are good. Cooking and listening to you guys, mostly.
Cooking.
Yes.
What are you cooking, sir?
I'm just making some salad. It's a bit hot for warm
Salad.
food. So yeah.
Does salad count as cooking?
I'm not sure. You tell me.
It depends. Does it have something elaborated in there? Like
A boiled egg?
chicken? Oh, you boiled an egg. You boiled an egg. Okay.
It is already. It's been boiled earlier. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just.
It doesn't count then. You're not cooking, bro.
Yeah, maybe I'm preparing a salad. That's the
You're
word.
preparing a salad. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
The real question is, did you open a bag or did you actually take lettuce? Because, if you open a bag, it's not cooking.
Exactly.
Oh, no, I'm cutting some veggies mostly. I'm not opening a bag.
I don't know. That kind of maybe
But
cooking.
yeah, it's preparing. But I hope you guys are cooking today.
I think some people here are cooking for sure. For sure. Hello, Gino, Quindar, Vanguard, Katir. Oh, Katir, you're also in Vanguard, huh? Dude, I'm looking forward to Vanguard's Copa presentation. That's for sure. I think that one is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. How's it going, everyone? Let's see who's here. Osiris, I posted. I think it was you that reached out for the guilds post. I don't know if it was you or no. It was Mikkel posted your guild in the guilds channel, so you can find it here. I'll link it to you. Yes. Is Solaris preparing a presentation for Copa? Man, I'm really looking forward to see all the presentations there. Falcor, GM. Agent Solace, how's it going, brother? I heard we may be going to Vegas for Rare Evo, maybe. Some of us. So we may see each other again, Agent Solace. Maybe. I don't know. I think I cannot make it, but other team members may go there. So yeah, give my shirt to Michael. Give my shirt to Michael. Nah, Gino, bro. Nah, man. I mean, yes, but I won't be there. So it's sad. It's sad. I think it's still pending confirmation, but there's a chance we go to Vegas. Yes. Yeah, we'll meet someday for sure, brother. For sure. I mean, Vegas is definitely a good excuse. Sawin, GM. Nah, don't cancel the Germany trip, Agent Solace. They don't coincide. Unless you plan to gamble all the Germany trip money in Vegas, which could also be a thing. But yeah, I will give it this. Oh, you have to cancel. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'll give this 1 or 2 more minutes in case more people join. But yeah, we have a couple updates from our end for today. We have made some really cool updates, I think, to the build website. I don't know if Darwin is here. Darwin joins, he may be able to cover it because he was mainly handling it. But we made some changes to the build website. I think you guys are going to like it. I don't know if you checked it, but it's way more appealing now. So I think you guys are going to like the new changes. Sorry, I'm typing a message. Done. Okay, I think we can get started. We can get started here. Just for context, if this is the first time joining the monthly builder sync. This is basically an event that we do to sync with anyone that is building something using the Star Atlas build website or the Star Atlas APIs or documentation or anything. So it's mostly for Q&A and also to request specific things. So last time there were a couple of requests, and we usually make changes to the website and to the documentation based on what comes out of this event. So one of the things that we worked on, and this is something that I'll cover first, is the build website and some changes that we did to it to make it more appealing for new builders, basically. So for people that have no clue about Star Atlas. So if you go to the build website now, you will find this way more friendly, I think. I'm streaming it right now in case anyone wants to check it together with me. But it's more welcoming. It's less legalish when it comes to how we speak here.
Sounds good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Oh, I don't know if you're talking here, Agent Solace, but you're not muted. I'll server mute you just in case, brother. Oh no, you muted yourself. Thank you. So we changed the wording, so now it's more friendly. So Star Atlas allows you to build tools, games, content, and more using the Star Atlas IP and monetizing your project without fees until you achieve $1 million in gross revenue. And it explains you a little bit what Star Atlas is and also what you can build with the tools, different tools that you will find in the website. So from tools and dashboards to games, merch, lore, there are endless ways to build in the Star Atlas universe, and builders have already created automation tools and data dashboards, lore-based books and comics, Star Atlas apparel and merchandise, community games and apps, blockchain explorers, and rental systems. So here we also added what you will find on this site. So you can find the links to the Creative IP program and to the dev resources as well. I think here we have a bug where we put links and they didn't show up. And a direct call to action to join the community developers channel here in the Star Atlas Discord. So this is just a little bit of what we changed. And then we added a bunch of things to the Creative IP section. So we basically rewrote most of it. And it's just easier to navigate it. And we're making some extra changes, like we want to add a glossary, for example, for you guys to understand all the different terminology in case, well, you guys are probably familiar already, but new people that don't know about Star Atlas or Solana, so they are able to build and use stuff, basically. And we also want to update the Galaxy API section because of a request, I think, that came from your guys' end. I believe it was the Atom guys that shared that they would like to have better access to the Galaxy API data so they don't need to call RPCs every time. So we will be making that available as well. And then we'll be refining the mainnet program IDs so you guys can better navigate all the different programs that we have in here. So there's more to find here. So crew, data source, cargo, Sage, a bunch of things. And I believe that we updated the player profile documentation with more details here. So basically what you guys will be able to do using this is, if you are a builder and you have some blockchain knowledge or coding knowledge, with this new documentation that we made available in here, you guys should be able to create something like the DAC management tool that we have ourselves in Star Atlas, in play.staratlas.com. You should be able to emulate something like that and maybe even build further documentation on top. using the examples that we have here. So I think this one is one of the biggest ones that we did. So I hope someone takes advantage of it and builds a DAG management platform. You could even charge for that to DAGs. Could even integrate treasury management. I don't know how it could be done using this. It's outside my knowledge, but you could easily integrate multi-sig functionality to the player profile permissions and basically create a DAG management platform yourself. So, as you know, this is not a priority right now for our engineering team, but it can be done since we opened up the documentation for you guys. So, yeah. Let's see. And also we added the new page for fleet rentals as well. So now you can also find documentations for fleet rentals. And I won't share specific names or anything like that, just because I don't know if they want to share what they're working on. But we have already very well-known community projects building using this fleet rentals documentation that we opened up. So expect something coming from community projects. But this is all super valuable documentation that you guys can use and that you can leverage to build functionalities on your end and add things on top. So this basically explains to you everything, how everything works in our fleet rentals program, and also how to talk to it basically and create your own applications using this documentation. So it should be very useful. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask in the community developers channel. But I think this is solid and a great starting point for anyone that wants to build. Well, not starting point, but great tool for anyone that has some blockchain knowledge and wants to use it to build a rentals program or something on top of our rentals program that can add functionality to our user base, basically. So, yeah, I think that covers what we updated from the build website. I don't know, Darwin, if you can speak, but we also made changes to the Discord API, Discord messages API. I don't know if we have it here, though. We didn't add it to the build website yet. But if you don't know, guys, we made a Discord messages API that I will link here in a little bit when I find the link. But it's basically an API that you can connect to, and it will allow you to extract all the Discord messages from specific channels. And Matt, Intergalactic Herald, I think it was you that were asking for, I think you were building something with this, like a visualization or a digest or something like that. And what the error that you were getting is that, for example, when you pull the messages from Foundation Room, you lose context because we're only pulling team member messages. So what we will do now is we will make public in there in the API all the messages that enter Foundation Room. So you will also be able to pull to basically get the messages from anyone that types in there, and it will allow you to get the context on what's the question asked, because a lot of things that happen a lot of replies that happen in Foundation Room lose the context if you don't include also the question that they're replying to. So we're fixing that for you, Matt.
Cool.
So expect some changes on that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the one I just pulled from yesterday, and like one reply from Wagner is CSS, and I'm like, yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That would, I think, and I think it'll help more than just me, but the purpose of what I'm trying to do, which is pull those messages, send it via an email, so people can actually read it if they just don't want to choose to go into Discord. So yeah, I think that'll be providing a lot of value for the community too. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Another thing that we've been working on is we are working on an Stratus ecosystem master list. So basically pulling based on all the information that we have and all the different projects that there are in Star Atlas, basically a master list of community created projects and tools together with guilds as well. So you guys, well, we're thinking of maybe making this public. We'll need to clean it up a little bit, but it has basically deep knowledge on everything that is going on regarding to builders, DAX, enterprises, content creators, like all the organic stuff that is happening inside the Stratus ecosystem. And we're thinking of making it a collaborative effort where we make this public, basically, and you guys can help edit and keep it clean. We keep permissions to a couple people here, and we keep it clean. So maybe something that we make public. Still thinking about it because it has some contact information and stuff like that we'll need to clean up before we do anything. So I think it could be useful. I know, Matt, that you built something similar in Intergalactic Herald with all the different guides that there are in there with the Stratus resources and all that. If you guys didn't check out Intergalactic Herald, let me shill it to you because it's a fantastic page. Let me see if I can stream it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, for sure. Let me see if I can stream these, if my computer doesn't crash.
Yeah, and I also have to thank, I believe it was VB who posted a list too. So I've been just kind of curating and pulling from lots of different sources over the years. So yeah, so just trying to do that. But I do think, and people have mentioned in the past, that quote unquote official resources never hurt. So if you guys want to put something up for the ecosystem and builders and guilds, I mean, we're all working together,
True. Let me see. Let me know if you guys can see my screen right now. But besides the Argentinian ads here, Matt put
Yes,
this
I know.
together.
Somebody mentioned about doing ads, but I mean, again,
well, you have to maintain it somehow,
Exactly. At least they're contextual. I never realized that. So that's really cool that you're actually seeing Argentina ads.
I mean, yeah, it's trying to sell me a trip to Europe.
There you go. It was listening in on your conversation to Germany. There it goes.
Yeah. These cookies, man. But yeah, you can find a lot of information here. I linked it in the chat about guilds. Matt has also been running a podcast for how many weeks? 170 plus now?
Oh, I lose track. Yeah. And just if I'm showing myself, the 100 podcast is the new recaps, which I'm doing, taking like the Atlas Brew and the COM form, running those through an AI and doing an audio generated summary. So you can even get some of those if you don't have a lot of time to listen to the full hour meeting. So
Nice.
that's the recaps there. So
that is very cool. So yeah, this is a page that you guys should definitely check out. It's fantastic and it will help you. It will help you a lot for sure. So yeah, check it out. And what else? Then another thing that was requested last monthly builder hour was access to an API to pull leaderboard stats from UE5. So this is something that I surfaced with Chip. So I think they are going to be building this native, but it requires some changes in the UE5. I think it's Epic Online Services infrastructure. I didn't really understand it, but with the new updates, when progression and stats come in, it will be easier to pull that and put it together on a website, basically, to show I don't know, leaderboards, stats, and stuff like that. I believe people suggested also, what's the stats page that Fortnite, I don't know if it's Fortnite, but some games use, I think Off the Grid uses it as well. Oh man, it's very well known. Let me check here. Tracker.gg. So it will be after we do the next update. I believe it will be easy to list Star Atlas in pages like tracker.gg, where you can basically check leaderboards for kills, for wins, for KD ratio, and all that, basically. So I think it's going to be good. And then let me see if there's anything else on updates from our end, but I think that covers pretty much everything. So we can move to community stuff. I see Drum Carlos just joined. Drum Carlos, I don't know if you're able to speak. I'm literally calling you out because I saw you join.
Hey, how's it going?
Going great, my friend. And you? How was the vacation?
It was good, man. It was good to have a little break. It's been a long year already.
Nice. I just saw you pop in, and I believe it's helpful to do a little coverage on things that the community can use the DAO, like leverage the DAO for building, and maybe things that are going on in there that maybe some people here haven't been following, or I don't know, anything relevant coming from the DAO side.
Yeah, absolutely. We have that ecosystem fund scheme that allows up to 5% of the ecosystem fund, which is about $10,000, $19,000 per PIP that can be approved without any issues, as long as you get community support and you follow the rules. And we have not received many pips yet to support projects developed by the community. We did get one for the EVI author, and that one passed, so he's going to be funded. And we're expecting
Nice.
to have Sly also submit something soon, but we haven't heard back from them. But yes, these funds are available. We are available to discuss if you need help and you need ideas and you need clarification how to access these funds. We're always happy to help.
Very nice. So yeah, you heard it. Drum Carlos is chilling. He wants to get DMs from you and to write pips for you.
Pip it or sip it.
Pip it or sip it. I like that. But yeah, I think we can move also to community stuff. I think Tekarat said he wanted the word for a while. Tekarat, you can go for it.
Yes. Thank you. So I just want to know something about the documentation and to ask if it's possible. So what for what I'm talking, we have a couple of programs like player profile program, cargo program, and so on. There is a lot of on-chain programs. That's what I mean, and they have some data relations in between the programs for the account structures, and some in the structure of the accounts there is some same data. For example, player profile is used in the cargo program and in different places, and what will be very helpful for the development of some things, no matter what kind of things, will be to have some kind of visualization, like a graph or tree, how that fields are related between the programs. And
Mhm.
that information will be very useful in the future to be able to compare the differences between the current implementation and the upcoming updates for the C4, and how we can integrate our already existing tools and programs to align with the new patch.
That's actually a great question, and fantastic question. You made me remember a couple things. So first thing is when we launch C4 and when we update that documentation, a lot of what is in the build website right now will change. So a lot of the ways that you can communicate with the blockchain and our programs are going to have a change. The idea for us is going to be to try to open that before we ship the C4 update, so you guys can have time in advance and to basically line up with that. And we are also, well, opinion number 2 from my end. Yeah.
I know that, and I know that there will have a huge difference in the architecture of how the programs are managed and the things inside Sage. So that's why I'm asking for that kind of visualization, like a graph or tree. What's the relations between the programs, and
Mhm.
also to be able, when before the update is coming, if we have similar tool for like a documentation, similar thing for the new version for the C4 will be really more easy to align. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no,
To
I
update.
understand. That was going to be my second reply. We are working on better ways to visualize the information in the that we have in the build website. One of the first improvements that we're going to make is a glossary. So we will add a glossary. And then we wanted to create a little table where you can match program IDs and IDLs and what you can do with them and what they're related to. So that's another update that is planned. But I don't think we're going to be making that until we are closer to C4. Just because if we do
Yes,
it now, it will change.
yes. But you mean that will not happen before C4, or maybe we'll
Closer to
able to use
C4.
that?
We'll try to put it up before C4.
Yes, okay, it's okay. I mean, but will be good to have before update is coming. You
Yeah. No,
understand me?
we'll try to put it before, for sure. Yeah.
That was I just wanted to ask and say. So
It's a good question, my friend. Thank you. Cool. I think. Oh yes. So there is one more thing that I needed to cover, which is a bit of a kind of a biggish update from our end, which is we're going to be adding to the roadmap, just so you guys can also visualize it, to the portal product board roadmap that we have. Basically, this one, I'll share the link in case you don't know it. Our team is going to be working on native automation for Sage-related products. So, for example, for Fleet Command and C4. So our team is going to be working on automation. That doesn't mean that other automations cannot coexist with ours, but it does mean that the Sartless team will, for the first time, develop the in-game automation tools for people. So I see Lolo from Atom. I don't know if there's anyone from SLY Assistant, and I know that you take her at. You're also working on automation tools. I just want to give time in advance for you guys to know. This is not something that is super close right now, but it is an effort that we want to announce in advance, just so you guys are aware. I believe, Atom guys, you've been aware of this. If not, well, you now are. But we will be adding a little image so a little asset in the Portal product board roadmap that will outline exactly what functionality our team is going to be working on building and what is going to be included in the automation, basically. So again, this doesn't mean that our automation cannot live as well together with Atom and SLY Assistant. I think these are things that can coexist, basically. But what you need to be aware of is that our team is going to be developing an automation, and it can be competitive to the ones that are existent. So again, I still think that automations like Atom and community-created automations will be able to maybe offer more in-depth functionality or more optimized functionality, like the Atom scan functionality and stuff like that. But it will be for the first time that the Star Atlas team will also be developing an automation tool. And we just want to make you guys aware beforehand, basically, of this. So, yeah. If there are any questions, Lolo or anyone from SLY Assistant or Takerat, happy to take them. Not right now, but we can also talk or even hop on a call if you guys want, just to clarify better this with you guys. We definitely don't want you guys to feel like it's lost effort what you have been building. So happy to hop on a call and help clarify our efforts. It's definitely going to be better than me just speaking here. So yeah. Cheers, Lolo. Cheers, my friend. You guys are doing a fantastic job, by the way. So yes. Well, now you can automate also in HoloSim as well with our built-in automation. But from what I've been hearing, HoloSim is worth it, but not so much. It pays off more to be active, which is what we're hoping also for C4. Really, like automation should help you guys, as Xcode was saying, like build healthy habits, so you don't are glued to your screen for 48 hours straight, but you can delegate some tasks to automation. So yeah, that should be changing. Okay, I think we can keep moving with community updates or anything that anyone is building. I believe, Matt, you said you had some updates on the little thingy that you're building with the Discord API.
Yeah. So thanks again for the information on the foundation room. We'll call that my second project. The first one is pretty near complete now. So what I did is I took the Discord channels of, announcements, minor announcements, event announcements, and have created a system where those are extracted semi-real time, and a post is created on my website. So that functionality now exists. So if you go to my website and you look for news, there's a little drop down there for Star Atlas Discord news feed. And so I've been pulling those pretty reliably for a couple weeks now. But my ultimate goal was to turn it into an email subscription so that you could actually get not a push notification, but old school email sent to you. So I just started working on that a couple nights ago, and it sort of functions. I haven't tested every theory, but I have to integrate it with my other newsletter. But yeah, so it's live. You can read those messages there on my website. And there's at the top, there'll be a little sign up. You can actually type in your email address. Can't guarantee you'll get an email today, but definitely I'm working to fix that. So yeah, so it's just basically pulling from those three channels, putting on my website if you want to read it there. But ultimately, I want to send an email to people who just want to, have that sent to them. I know Discord has notifications and all that, but again, you may not be my target audience if you don't want an email, but I think I'm hoping some people do want that. So yeah, just type in your email and you'll start getting these sent to your email box. They're not real time. It takes a little while to jump through websites and email services, but so the starting now post is going to come, after the meeting's probably over. But again, some of those things are there. So so just want to announce that that's for all intents and purposes live, but I'll put out some official announcements once I double check all the testing. So just wanted to give an update on that.
I'm streaming it right now if anyone wants to check it.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Yeah, so if you go in any one of those messages, you'll get the full thread there. One thing I was able to add was a direct link back to the message itself. So if you wanted to get, the direct links, I had to strip out all kinds of Discord, usernames and things like that just, come through as random text in the API feed. So I had to do some stripping out of that. But I did get the message link back in, so you can always click that message and then pops up into Discord if you want to go to the full message and maybe see the embedded video or something like that. So but again, just a way to keep people updated through different communication methods. So
very cool. Yeah, this is what we want to see. This is what we want to see.
Cool. Well, glad to help out, and it's a small little thing, but hey, that Discord API really was a nice feature to have, and it was something to me personally. I don't check Discord during the day; I check it at night, so I can get a little email on my personal email and go, "Oh, hey, meeting starting," or you guys announce events or something like that. So it's a great way just to not have to be tied to Discord, though I'm sure I'm the minority there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Anyone else has anything to share? I see Falcor. I believe you are the only one. Well, there are a couple, but one of the most involved in the GBA. I don't see Fowl. Maybe I'm blind, but I don't know if there are any updates from the Galia Business Association and things that projects in there have been working on, or anything you guys are cooking at the moment. Not too much to share. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. Zane is asking, anyone have the documentation for using the Stratless IP for physical product? Yes, that can be found. Depending on what you want to build, you will find or you won't find stuff. Because we are providing assets, but up to a certain extent. So, for example, we're not providing the full 3D models of the Stratless ships, for example, just because we don't feel comfortable yet sharing those specifically. But you can find a bunch of assets, and if you don't find anything, you tag me, and we'll try to add it there. So I linked it to you, building with the creative IP, and you can find stuff in there, Zaina, to get started at least. Okay. John, I'll need to mute you, my friend. Just hot micing a little bit. Anyone else has anything they want to share? Any questions, any requests? Remember that how we like to do it here is if there are any requests on things that you're working on and you need more documentation on, or I don't know, you need help or support or whatever, we are happy to help, and we will follow up to it, and we will try to get it done for the next month, basically. So if anyone has anything, please let me know. When Mac, Carlos says. Dude, I think that relies a lot more on that Unreal, Epic, and Apple type of relationship. I see King Kev saying, when can we make each other in-game? Lol. You can play the shooter right now if you want, my friend. In fact, we could get a quick session going on after this, and it's a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun, my friend. It's online. You just have to participate in the events. Just because we don't have persistent servers right now, they will come with the next update. But once we have them, you will be able to find more events, more people playing. And that's right. You can also play Holosim right now as well. That's true. So you can play, if you want to play the UE5 game, make sure to join that event on Friday. And if you want to play Holosim, which is our real-time strategy game, top-down view, It's super fun. People are killing each other, super strategic. You can click on that link that I shared there, holosim.stratus.com. Yeah, you can't find matches just because we don't have persistent servers right now. So you need to wait for a group of people to create one or start one yourself and hope for people to join, basically. So persistent servers are coming in the next update that we're having. Cool. Anything else from anyone here, or else we can close it. Feel free to unmute if you have any questions or anything, or any requests. If not, we'll cut it.
Let's take bets. Let's take bets. Let's take bets.
When Mac, never, Carlo, never. 4-6. I see Falcor typing. Cool. Okay, we'll cut it short today, ladies and gentlemen, but I think it's great to sync anyways. Again, if there are any requests, don't need to wait for the monthly builder hour. You can just ask the questions or request anything. So yeah, thanks everyone, and we'll see you at the next monthly builder hour. For the next one, I think it will be cool to reach out earlier from our end to different builders and different builders to present what they're working on. I think that will be fun. And yeah, try to spark some collaboration. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, and we'll see you at the end of next month. Bye-bye.